Hey, and we're live. Just not quite as late as yesterday, but late nonetheless. I apologize. But I am the Etcetera kid, and I am performing live from inside an underground bunker as requested by Azzazelynn. If this is your first time watching the show, it is all about improvisation. Everything I do is improvised, made up on the spot. However, I get a lot of help from chat, and you guys choose the sounds I use. You guys choose the key of the song, the speed of the song. I turn your usernames into drum loops and drum fills. So it's a very collaborative effort. And yeah, that's a good introduction right there. So I think people misunderstood the complexity of my venue idea. It was I realized as the show was starting that people probably thought I was going to put up a green screen or something. So maybe I'm not sure how. What I was imagining was more of a symbolic thing, that I take my my studio and take it through a wormhole and position it in the venue, but everything looks the same. But I feel like I've disappointed everybody. But the idea of it, the main idea was that up until this point, every show was solely identified by a date, which is not very memorable. And so chat has been so creative with titles, I thought it would be fun to make up a supposed venue for each show for us to remember it by more easily. Disappointed everybody. But it would not be realistic, sadly, for me to take all of chat's suggestions each day and somehow find footage that looks as good as you'd want it to look in time that's legal. So that's the reality. Maybe I need to rephrase how I explain the opening screen, but that's the idea. It's more of a fun way to remember a show by. So this show will always be the show that was in an underground bunker, right? That's more memorable than the show that happened on December 22nd, 2016. So we'll see. If this frustrates too many people, the concept, then we'll get rid of the idea. But that was the idea. And that was the same idea for the tour. No, I do not have imminent plans to actually traverse the country or the world. But I thought, for the same reason, it'd be fun to group a month's worth of shows under a tour name. Again, just as a way to get you guys' creativity, because you guys have so much creativity. I'm just looking for different ways to utilize it. So, with that explanation, we'll see how it goes. See if you guys see how people enjoy it or disenjoy it. Is that a word? Disenjoy? Anyway, looks like a lot of folks are here already. We've got, I changed the I just realized, I thought this was a good idea earlier today. I changed the spacing on my chat program that I wrote. And it's more readable, but there are fewer users now that are on screen. So I'm sure I'm going to miss a bunch of people who are here. But we've got, I see Apugs is here. Hey, Apugs. Dom is here. We've got Nifty Guy 1 in our Tomes 1974. Got Fefel Maestro, Dorfo 6. Mana Plate is here. That's all I can see at the moment. So if I didn't say your name, give a shout. We'll see it. I didn't even consider the possibility that people might expect that I would actually have a backdrop that looked like the venue, because in my mind, that's just not possible. And I didn't even think about that until just before the show, and I saw people talking about it. I was like, oh man, I had this idea and it's just going to disappoint everybody. Anyway, let's start bringing in these requests. I want to jump into it today. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's bring him in. Okay, you guys filled up every slot. That's good because I didn't even check beforehand. Let's look what you guys gave me. We've got 95 beats a minute from Fafel Maestro. F major from Calamity Vane. And what else? Drum loops from Artomes 1974 and Durku. Hey, Durku. And we got full set of drum fills. We'll look at our sounds in a moment. Let's just start loading them up. Hey, and Jingle Ingle's here. Hi, Jingle. Let's see. Oh, yes. Loading up our sounds. So, you guys might be wondering, I talked all this hype about this new thing I was going to add, and then it turned out it was a moving camera, and then I've only used it once. And no, I have not forgotten about it or abandoned the idea. I'm still working on it. It's just there's some more complications than I expected. I got a new lens yesterday, and the autofocus doesn't work well enough. So I am reconsidering trying to use autofocus and instead just doing a fixed focus. And if I'm going to do that, then there's different lenses that would be much better choice. But I have started, it is basically working the coding side of it, which was a big project, which is sort of have, because I don't want to think about cameras while I'm playing. I want it all to be done for me. So I set up these rules, and like if I'm playing keyboard, the cameras do have one set of rules. If I'm singing or playing horns, they have a different set of rules. But those rules have a random element too, so that it's doesn't feel totally predictable. The camera changes. So that part's done. It's mainly just getting a lens that's going to work well. Because the first lens I used was too zoomed in, which made it hard for the tracking to work. So I'm getting a wider lens. Okay, let's see. We got Tribal Kit from Calamity Vane. Oh, and that reminds me. I added a new command. Called today, ! Today. And as of now, all today does is if you type in today, if you come in late to the show, it'll tell you where we're broadcasting from. So today, try typing today. You'll see what happens. Eventually, today might have other important information about cool things that are happening in the show. But for now, it's just going to do our cyber venue. Maybe I should say, how should I describe it? Maybe we'll call it our metaphoric venue, our abstract venue, surreal venue. I don't know. Some way to convey so people aren't disappointed when they realize, no, there's no fancy green screen and I somehow secured the rights to high quality images of Saturn's rings or something. which isn't going to happen. It works. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, we've got our kit. So that means we can initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills. Generate our drum loops. So basically my goal, this is my end goal, and this might take me, involves a lot of money and it might take years. But my end goal would be to have a total of 5 cameras, 2 of them on moving cameras, better cameras than I'm using now. Not this hideous brown walls that are behind me, but I'm not sure yet. Probably I'd like to have several different sets that I switch between, sometimes more of a concert type setting. When I had a studio in Boston, I had nice black curtains and concert lighting in it. I got rid of all that, sadly. So, and some moving lights and, different sets. So I have, that involves a lot of time and money that I do not have yet. But dream big, right? That's how you should do it. Let's see. Let's look at our, we're supposed to look at our loops. That's what we're supposed to do. Oh, we got our tomes 1974. So for those of you guys who don't know, the generator does not use numbers for complicated reasons. And originally I was going to go, make it work, but then so many awesome beats have been generated because we have total space during the numbers. I have refrained from fixing it because it doesn't really seem broken, basically. Let's listen to the beat raw. Nice. Okay, so let's see. First thing, we're going to add a kick on 1. We're going to drop these kicks a bit. This kick slightly less. We're going to drop that snare a bunch. These hats we're going to drop a bit. Let's drop this kick. Let's sort of crescendo into that snare there. And we'll add a snare there. And I think I need some more hats in her here. There it is, our tomes beat. Those kicks almost sound more like a floor tom for those of you guys are drummers, don't you think? Less like a kick. But I'm digging that beat. That's working for me. Okay, let's see. Then we've got Durku Durku Duh, because the last DI is repeated again. Let's listen to a raw from the generator. Nice. Let's drop these hats just a bit. Let's add a kick here. Let's drop this snare a bunch. The snare slightly less. Let's drop that snare a lot. No, actually, I take that back. Let's drop that snare. Let's drop that snare. Let's add a snare there, and I think that's all we need. I might add one more kick. Let's check it out. I just want to drop that kick a bit. Let's drop that kick. Okay. Sweet. Those are our 2 beats. Let us check out the sounds you guys give me. Tight synth bass from Fefel Maestro. And don't worry, A-Pugs. I hope you feel better. A-Chem Fusion. And dark bass drive from Elite. Oh no. I don't have my notes. Do I have a pen somewhere? I always have notes I want to take during the show. How am I going to do that? Oh, I know. I'm going to create a little document there. Okay. And then we have A-Pugs' Growl Baby. We've got Cosmic Boys Choir from Kid Charlemagne. That's nice. And then we have PWM Velopoli. Oh, Velopoli. That's probably how it's pronounced. Velopoli. Must be a combination of velocity and whatever, poly something. Polychromatic, maybe? Okay, those are the sounds. I'm going to bring up the screen so you guys can choose which sound will start the song. We can start with one of the drum loops or with tight synth bass. Dark bass drive. Dobro chords. Oh, did I forget dobro chords before? I think I might have. Such an interesting sound there. Growl Baby from A-Pugs. Cosmic Boys Choir. Or PWM Velopoli. Sound like Monopoly. Velopoli. Okay, those are your options. Let's see, what do I need to do? I'm going to check something. Oh, good. I'll wait a moment more for you guys. Get my in-ear adjusted. Okay. Here we go. I'm ending voting. Let's see who you guys chose. Start with Artom's drum loop. Nice. Let me just check something. Yeah, oh, that's right. Okay, first track of the day, we are going to begin with Artom's 1974 drum loop. 1974 was one of my favorite years of in music. 1969 to 75. Pretty unbelievable 5-year stretch right there. Like in music, we're still working through all that happened during those 5 years. Okay. Hey, you were born then, so it was an extra special year. Okay. Here we go. First song of the day. Time to Etcetera. Ah, that was nice and groovy. Nice mellow start. Thanks, everybody. So, I always like to note when something unexpected happens. So when I started the song, somehow I had in my head that I was supposed to start in C, not F. So those opening licks I did were thinking sort of, I was going to be in sort of C mixolydian. That's what I did with the dobro. And then I remembered, no, I was supposed to start in F. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to keep those dobro chords and do everything else in that section basically in F. And there'll be this sort of tension. And I really liked it. Maybe it sounded weird, but to me it was pretty sweet to have that tension of the dobro against the F. And then we, in the second chord, we sort of ended up more in like, I guess it's basically sort of F dominant. I like that though. I like when I forget things and have to figure it out on the fly. How to get myself out of it. Oh yeah, great. Those are great loops from Artomes and Durku on the kit from Calamity Vane. Great sounds. I ended up using the dark bass drive as more of a melodic instrument because I was using the Fafel Maestro's bass as the bass. Digging the choir from Kid Charlemagne. The Nifty Guys synth sound. It's good stuff there. Okay, let's name it. That's right, and Dom says, that's the blues. Okay, let's see what you guys came up with. As always, wait to vote till I press the begin voting button. Oh, wow. You guys, there's good stuff in here. We got Cowboys on Mars from Mana Plate. We have Sun-Kissed Scorpion from Torque. And, hey, Adorkable Pony. High Noon at Studio 54 from Confusion. And Space Ranch Outpost from Nifty Guy. Yeah, one more. It's tough. Let's see. Who should I go with? The last slot. There's no cows in space from Dorf. Okay, those are your options. Cowboy on Mars. I see a theme here. Sun-Kissed Scorpion, High Noon at Studio 54, Space Ranch Outpost, and There's No Cows in Space. Maybe I should call it, maybe it should be the metaphysical venue. We're choosing the metaphysical venue. Maybe that makes more sense than just calling it the venue. Oh, wait a moment more. Votes come in. Still coming. All right. Why can't I see anything on the screen? That's weird. Okay, I'm ending voting. You guys had enough time. Let's see what you chose. There's no cows in space. I should have known. That's what chat would choose. So that song we forever remembered is There's No Cows in Space. Named by Dorf. Thanks for the suggestion, Dorf. Thanks to everyone for your title suggestions. Whoops, what'd I just do? That wasn't supposed to happen. Ah, fixed. Wait, I didn't do my... That's weird. Why didn't that happen? Oh, I know why. A little baritone and a little voice. Oh, looks like we have some new follows from Machine Sailor, Prissy Pants 85, Jack Generic, Hi Wada. Thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for supporting live music on Twitch. Okay. Let us continue on to our next song of the day. So the reminder... So there's a problem with the voting? Was there a problem? How many was it off? It could be explained by by stream delay, but let me check. Because the problem is if there are votes that come in, basically I end voting probably 15 seconds before you know that I've ended. Well, maybe I'll try to go back and look at I'll look at the logs, but yeah. So the problem is that when I say I'm ending voting, that's probably 15 seconds. You guys don't hear me say that for 15 seconds, but at that moment, the bot shuts down voting. So any votes that come after that don't count. So that might explain it, or maybe there's a bug. But I'll look at the logs. So it was the second, it was... Okay. Yeah, I could do that, Dom. Well, how would that work? So this sounds so. By the time you hear me say this, voting will have ended. That's how I should do it. I need some sort of timer so I know when 20 seconds are. Oh, I know. I could watch it on screen, maybe. Let's see. Okay, bringing in our requests. Okay, we're in the key of E-flat minor from Nifty Guy, 75 beats a minute from Mana Plate. We're generating drum loops from Carlito and Casilton. I noticed we had a first-time request from Kimosabi, who's going to have a drum fill in the song. So Kimosabi, the drum fills, just watch for it in the lower left-hand corner when it happens. There'll be a little credit on screen just before the drum fill happens. Okay, let's look at our sounds. Yeah, it's a good idea to do something in chat. Yeah, I could do that in chat. I'd have to manually do it. I don't have my I have my bot that handles the voting it can't talk yet. It just can read people's messages. It can't write messages. But I can manually do it. Dom asked to order the drum fills. The way I order drum fills is that it does them in order, I think, from what you see on the screen, unless somebody has multiple drum fills, in which case it puts their second drum fill at the bottom of the list. That way, on the off chance that I don't get through all the drum fills, I at least get through one of each person's drum fills. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, to answer your question, they don't go in the same order necessarily as what you see on this screen. Let me write a note to myself about bot talking to chat with voting begin and end. Okay, let's load up these sounds. Hey, Jumbo. Okay, we've got the headbanger kit from Death Killer. Dor says I'd make a good developer. I would need to I'd need to give myself more of a solid educational base instead of the hacked together knowledge that I have. But thank you. I don't know if I'm as much of a good developer as a determined developer. When I want to figure something out, I struggle until I figure it out. But sometimes the way I figure it out, there's probably a much faster or better way to do it than I'm doing it. Okay, so we can initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills, generate our drum loops. Let's see these. We got Carlito's loop. Hey, Hugo the French. Let's check this out raw from the generator. Nice. So we are going to vary the volume of these hi-hats just a bit. We're going to add a kick. I'm going to drop these two snares a bit. And let's add a snare. This will be it. Carlito's beat. I like the weird sort of symmetry to that. That's pretty nice. It's wacky. I like it. Thanks, Carlito. Then we've got Casilton's beat. Let's check it out raw from the generator. Okay, what are we going to do? Let's add a kick. Drop this snare just a little bit. Actually, probably a lot. And then we're going to vary these hats as I usually do. And drop that snare, drop that kick a bunch. Drop this snare a bunch. Let's drop that kick a bit. We'll add a snare. And let's have I think we want hats there. Let's check it out. Casilton's beat. Nice. I like that. Those are two sweet beats right there. Okay, let's see. We got our beats. Check out our sounds. We got xylophone. That's never been requested before, I don't think. Xylophone. That's a nice clap sound from Kid Charlemagne. We got microtone from Hat Machine. I don't think that sound's ever been requested either. It's very cool. And then we got the Bright Suitcase Rhodes from S.J. Cantory. And just behind that wall over there is an actual Fender Rhodes that I have that just needs to be tuned. Got the Irish Fiddle from Calamity Vane. What does this sound? We got Eastern Solo from Confusion. Lastly, we've got Dissonant Magic from Dorf. Whoa, sorry guys. Okay. Those are your options. So I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to remember to do this every time, but actually, you know what? Hold on guys, don't vote yet. Let me create some commands quick, because I got to do this manually. I have to figure out a way to do it. How do I do it just so I can do it? Oh, well, that won't work. Anyway, oh well. Okay, let's see. So we'll demo. We can start with one of those sounds, or xylophone. Micro tune. Hey, Jenny Matrix. Bright suitcase. Irish fiddle. Eastern solo. Or dissonant magic. How am I going to do this? Let's see. So wait a moment more for you guys. Votes are still coming in. Okay. You guys chose Irish fiddle. Nice. So we're going to start with the Irish fiddle. Who requested that? Calamity Vane did. Nice. Okay. So, second vote of the day. Second track. Here we go. Felzy says the dissonant magic is going to be hard to use. You know, yeah, it would have been very easy if you guys had chosen dissonant magic to start the song. That would be very easy because it would just set the tone of everything. But I don't know. Depends when I bring it in. Really is going to depend when I bring it in. Let's see. Okay, let's do it. Time to etceterate. That was a nice one. Wow, thanks for all the requests that went into that. We had drum loops from Carlito and Casilton. Those were sweet. And what do you guys think? So did I integrate dissonant magic in a way that worked? That was that sound that was doing that rhythmic pattern over and over, that just the I thought it was pretty cool. Thanks, Dor, for that request. And I ended up using the xylophone sound. I did sort of like a reggae little lick with that sound. Love the microtone from Hat Machine. The Rhodes was lovely. On the first loop, we had the fiddle. I ended up bringing the fiddle and the Eastern solo sounds. Those guys ended up being a duet together. It was nice. And I have to thank iDrawLute for reminding me that I still have the plastic on my monitor. I think it's this. I changed the camera angle, so probably this is the first time the monitor has been this exposed. Yeah, I'm one of those people who I buy something and I think, I'm probably gonna return it. I might return it. But the return window has long since passed, and I just forgot about the plastic. Dorf, your sound was huge. People were skeptical that it was going to work, but I thought it was a key part of the song. So, in honor of iDrawLute, if I didn't scare him away, I don't know how easy it is to take it off. Oh, there we go. There we go. I won't abuse you guys' eyes with this plastic anymore. Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks so expensive now. Wow, this monitor looks like it's cost a fortune. Don't worry, I got it on sale. Well, some of that plastic I'll have to get off another time. A buddy of mine always makes fun of me about the plastic thing, because he just remembers I'd get stuff and it'd take me forever to want to take the plastic off. Maybe you're my buddy. Maybe you're my buddy who's came on the show under a different username. And just horrified. It's like, oh, the kid is still doing this the plastic thing? What's up with that? Anyway, so yeah, thanks for reminding me that iDrawLute. I hope there's nothing else embarrassing that you guys can see in this camera angle now. Well, this keyboard right here is not a great look, but what you gonna do? It's what I had already. I try not to buy new if I can make what I already have work. So we got to name this. Looks like you guys gave me a bunch of titles. iDrawLute says, I bet you still have it on your phone. Well, I don't. But I got the screen protectors, which is sort of the same thing, I've got an ugly case and a screen protector. Okay, let's see. As always, wait to start voting until either you see me press begin voting or I remember to type in chat that vote is open. So do not vote yet, and I will bring some titles over. Let's see. That's nice. Clockwork Man from Azzazelynn. I'm liking the clockwork inspiration here. We got Journey of a Clockwork Vaudeville from fracturedencoding. Hey, Fractured. We have Brass Promises from Agnate 7. We have, let's see, 2 more. Broken but Unbeaten by Calamity Vane. And we'll do 1 more. Westbound Railway from Torque. Okay, let's see. How do I do this again? Ooh, oh man. That is not good what just happened there. That is not good. What did I screwed something up. Ooh. Hold on, guys. I made a change and introduced a bug into my system, I guess. Okay, vote is open. Okay. Howdy, Dr. Grins. Thanks, Lost Elf. If you're still here, have a have a safe trip wherever you're headed. Oh, you're in the Bay Area. So are you at SF or Oakland Airport, or maybe another airport? I prefer the Oakland Airport just because it's closer to where I am and smaller. Yeah, wait a moment more. Still there. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I think, hey, bro. So I think everybody misunderstood the venue idea. Oh, well, first off, we have chosen Journey of a Clockwork Vaudeville. That was Fractured Encoding. That song will be forever remembered as Journey of a Clockwork Vaudeville. But thank you to everyone for your suggestion. Oh, and I was going to explain to Bro and anyone else who apparently nobody really understood my concept. Everyone was expecting to have this fancy green screen behind me with a graphic of whatever you guys chose for venue. That would have been, if I could have pulled that off, that would have been extraordinary. No, that was not the idea. I was thinking more of a metaphysical sense of a venue. Just some fun way to sort of like a title for the night. Just like we're making up names for the songs. Just to make it more easier to remember specific shows. Because otherwise we have to just remember it by the date. But now we can remember this show as the show the kid did in the underground bunker. So yeah, and I just, there's so much creativity that goes into titles. I want to find more ways to use your creativity. Looks like we got some new follows from Azzazelynn and Loot. Thanks for the follows, guys, and thanks again, Loot, for notifying me of the plastic conspiracy. I'm glad Calamity Vane says she knows what I'm getting at. That's good. Exactly, yeah. So once the videos will then be remembered by the venue will be part of the title of the videos. Exactly. because it's it's just a lot. It'll be a lot easier. Oh, and I can rename all my yeah. So on Twitch you'll be like that, and eventually when the videos are up on the website, so you'll be able to say, oh, you should check out this one show, and you're not going to remember the date, right? But you'll remember the venue. So, but it is not in my plans to set up a green screen. I have a background in video production, and having said that, my current look embarrasses me profoundly because of my background. But it's what I could do with the resources I had. But anyway, I'm extremely picky about what a green screen is going to look like, and I think it is almost impossible to do green screen where you're doing lots of different backgrounds without it looking super cheesy. And I don't really, that's not really in my plans to do green screen stuff. If I were going to do a green screen, I would need a cyc, so I could do green screen on a curved backdrop, so that it was because of the nature of my space. I like to have more room, and so yeah, for me to do a green screen the way I would want to do it would probably cost, I don't know, $20,000. So if someone wants to donate $20,000, then I'll do a green screen. No, actually, it's probably gonna be more like with the cyc. The cyc might cost more than that, and then the lighting, probably more like $40,000, and I'll do a green screen. But it will be unbelievable looking. Oh, and then there's the cost of licensing the images we're going to use on the green screen, so that will cost a lot too. So the green screen I think is out of our budget, sadly. Fraction going says, sorry, I got a house to pay off. Yeah, if I were to somehow get $40,000 right now, I think before I got the green screen thing happening, I would probably pay off the debt that I incurred to get to this point of the show already. I got to get back to zero first before I start fantasizing about cycs and green screens. All right, Thomas says 50,000. Yeah, it's gonna be to do. I need higher ceilings. Yeah, building a cyc. I don't know. That would be pretty expensive if you're gonna do it really well. And all the lighting and. Okay, let's start bringing in these requests. See you, Lost Elf. Oh, I know a green screen could be done pretty cheaply. We could do a green screen using my shirt. But a green screen that looks good, when you see $100 million movies, and you can tell that they're green screening stuff, that tells you how difficult it is to do green screen that looks good. Green screen is very tough to make it look like you are actually in the space. See, that's my definition of success with a green screen. If it looks like you are truly there. So if you guys had chosen Saturn's rings and I had Saturn's rings around me, and it looked like I was standing on Saturn's rings, that would be cool. But if it looks like I'm standing in front of a screen that has Saturn's rings on it, not so cool. I think that's sort of cheesy. Coffee Traveler says shirt screen. Yeah, I should just always wear a green shirt and do just a green screen on my shirt. Or I could wear one of those green screen suits where it's full body, and then there's a green screen behind me, and then you guys would see me play trombone, and it would look like the trombone is just floating in the air. That would be pretty funny. The floating trombone. That would be a hit on Twitch. I could just do a channel called the Floating Trombone. And it'd just be just 24/7, this trombone just floating around. Not even playing, just floating. Okay, let's see. Let's start bringing these requests before I talk too much. Okay. So we have key of E minor from Brucos, 118 beats a minute from Agnate 7. Drum loops from Hugo the French and Fractured Encoding. Full set of drum fills. We will look at our sounds momentarily. Yeah, in principle, I like that idea, Azzazelynn, to show an image. From a legal standpoint, that would be almost impossible to find a quality-looking image in time that I could get the legal rights to show on screen. What I could see happening eventually is if I network with a super talented artist that I'm really psyched about how their stuff looks, and they sort of do a sketch before the show. I could see that, but it would be a lot to coordinate. So, yeah. So I think realistically, if we're going to do the venue thing, it's going to be metaphysical, symbolic, more like a title. But if people are too annoyed by that, we'll just scrap the idea. We'll see. Fractured encoding. I only see one drum loop from you. Let me, you know what? That makes me nervous. I'm going to check fractured encoding. I want to look at my log quick because that's concerning. Hold on, guys. As of yet, my bot has never been wrong when people say it made a mistake on request, but maybe today is the day. Let's look. Okay, Fractured encoding says read it wrong. Okay, because that's what I thought, because I'm checking my log and I only see one drum loop request. Whoops. You guys weren't supposed to see behind the scenes there. Let me get back to my screen. Okay, loading up the sounds. So we have the Funk Boogie kit from our tones. Nice. So that'll be our kit. Let us initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills, generate our drum loops. And you know what? Let's put our drum fills on a different sound. Whoops. Okay, we got Hugo the French. So this is raw from the generator. Nice. Okay, let us do a few things here. Drop those. Let's drop these snares a bunch. Not that much. Let's put a snare on 2 though. And let's drop those kicks just a little bit. And drop this kick. Yeah, we're not going to have snare on 4. Let's check it out. That's pretty cool. Sweet. Hey, let's be friendly to each other in chat, okay? To answer your question, JJ, I'm using Ableton Live and Logic are the main music software things I'm using, and then there's a ton of custom Max for Live patches that I've written that help me with the looping and managing everything. So let's see, we're going to look at fractured encoding now. Let's check it out raw from the generator. That's sweet. I don't need to do too much there. We're going to drop, let's put a hat there. Drop these snares a bunch. Drop that snare. Snare a little less, and like once again, we're not going to have snare on B4. Okay, let's drop that kick a bit. Let's try it again. You know what? I want to drop that kick too. Now we're gonna have. I want a snare there actually. Okay. Those are sweet beats. Nice. Thanks, Fractured Encoding. And I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well. Okay, let's check out our sounds quickly. We got 70s Funk Clav from Man of Plate. This is one of my personal favorite sounds. 70s Funk Clav. I've told chat before, I'll tell it again, but when I do my keyboard exercises, these insanely repetitive exercises, I use 70s Funk Clav sound. That's how I get through them. When I'm spending hours going. Basically, what I do is I go through every single 4-finger permutation, every single 3-finger permutation, where you don't repeat a finger. It's very tedious. We've got Titanic Anthem from Hat Machine. Chinese One Moon Guitar from Carlito. We got 12-string acoustic guitar from Dorf. Twisted Oboe from Death Killer. Oh. Now this is the sound. The first time it got requested, I was so confused. When I only play one note at a time, it does what you'd expect. But as soon as I have 2 notes, one other note held down, Weird things happen. That's Twisted Oboe. And lastly, we've got Organic Lead from Nifty Guy. Cool. Okay, let's get this vote started. Let's see. Okay, listen to it once more. We can start with one of the drum loops or 70s Funk Clav. Titanic Anthem. Chinese Moon Guitar. 12-string acoustic. Twisted Oboe. And Organic Lead. Hey, those are your options. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to give it wait a little more time. Looks like his vote's finished. Let's see. Oh, it's a tie between 70s Funk Clav and 12-string acoustic guitar. So we're going to break the tie with the Greeks. Let's see what they choose. 70s Funk Clav, decided by Zeus himself. The tie-breaking vote. I did miss you, Futuristic G. Dom asks, when is title voting open? Do you mean when can you suggest titles? I think titles, I can't remember. Well, theoretically not till the song starts, but maybe the bot might, I can't remember if I coded the bot to make that distinction. Yeah, Zeus doesn't vote that often. We don't see Zeus very often. Just comes out every once in a while. Bro asks, why not let us do the tie breaking? Reason I don't want you guys to do the tie breaking is mainly because of stream delay. Because if it's a tie, then I've got to wait 20 seconds till you guys can vote because you won't know. It's just complicated. I don't want the votes to take too long. That's the main thing. The tie takes 2 seconds. If I had chaff vote, it would take another 30 seconds. Okay, we're going to start with the 70s Funk Clav. If you guys can think of a way where we can do vote tie breaking by chat that doesn't require adding 30 seconds to the whole thing, I would consider it, but I feel like the time in between songs is already a little too long sometimes. That's mainly my fault for talking so much, but speaking of talking too much, let's do this. Let's do a song. So we're starting with the 70s funk collab as chosen by Zeus. Yeah, reducing stream delay apparently is a beta feature, and I'm not sure if it works better for partners than non-partners, or if it makes a difference because partners have encoding. I don't know if it has anything to do with stream delay, but the risk of stream delay, reduced stream delay option, is that some people with slower connections will have a lot of issues. So that's why they keep it in beta, I think. That's what someone. So anyway, yes, time to etcetera. Let's do it. Enough talking. That was a funky track. How about those drum moves from Hugo the French and fracturedencoding? Pretty sweet. I want to check something. Wow. Funky. I had to extend that one. Love the funk clap from Mana Play. That set the tone. Great sounds in there. Let's see. Let's do the voting. So as always, wait to vote for the title until I have press the begin voting button and or note it in chat. Let's see. I'll bring some over. Thanks, bro. I'm glad it's music and not noise. Let's see. Green screen man with the floating trombone from Nifty Guy. That new shoe feel from BigStarTuna. A funky space trip from Artomes. Let's see, two more. Working at the Forge from Jumbo. And Doing Time from Mana Plate. All right, little bug. Gotta remember to fix this bug. So, let me open the vote. Okay, there are your options. Voting is open. Thanks, Artomes. Let's see. What am I supposed to do? I want to take a note to myself that something is happening when I press done reviewing titles. Do I go to venue screen? Okay, let's see. Ninja Fleas, you can make a request anytime because as of now, when you make a request, it goes into a queue. So it's not for each song, it's just a queue for the whole night. and I try to prioritize people's first request. So there's a very good chance if you request your sound now, you'll be in the next song. Okay, I'm ending voting. Let's see. That New Shoe Feel from BigStarTuna. So that song will be forever remembered as That New Shoe Feel. Oh, it looks like we have just received a awesome donation from BigStarTuna. Thank you so much, Big Star. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. And we also have a few follows. We've got Carnivore 32974 and Tomib. Is that how you say it? Tomib? Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the support. Okay. I've been doing long songs and I've been talking a lot tonight, so we are definitely a song behind the normal pace. Let's try. I'm gonna try to do this cycle a little faster. Oh, hey, Vest Mommy. Oh. What's going on? Oh, you know what? That's what's happening, I think. I'm not giving enough time. Let's see. I have to do another note to myself. Okay, let's start bringing in these requests. Let's see. What was that? 118. Okay, we're good. We are in the key of D minor from Thuernman, 110 beats a minute from Jenny Matrix. We got drum loops from Jumbo and BigStarTuna, Superstar BigStarTuna, and our full set of drum fills. We're going to look at these sounds in just a moment. Let's load them up. Meanwhile, I'll get this back since back to 0. Okay. And I should if those of you who understand the limitations of the venue concept, I have not gotten any venue suggestions for tomorrow's show. So I hope I get a bunch of venue suggestions. And also you could do tour suggestions, and those will be names of tours. Again, we're talking abstract, not actual physical tours, but a way to remember a group of shows. And that will be for the entire month of January if we do it. If we get enough cool tour suggestions, tour name suggestions. Okay, let's see. We have the indie kit from Ariona Esquire. Ariona asks if I'm a... oh, you did some venue suggestions? Oh, I guess clearly my... I have a counter, and I guess the counter isn't working. I just added the counter today, so clearly I made a mistake in how I added it. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys are making suggestions. I was getting worried. I was seeing this big zero next to venues. It's like, oh, people hate the idea. This is our indie kit from Ariona, and to answer Ariona's question, am I a Star Wars fan? Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a Star Wars fan in the sense of, I wait 12 hours to get tickets for a show and all that. I was into the original trilogy. I can't say I really got into the prequels. I did watch the new Star Wars that came out last year, and if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I wasn't really into it. I was pretty disappointed. But those first three, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, definitely. I've seen those a lot. I think Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. That's probably everyone's favorite, right? Isn't that sort of cliche to say Empire Strikes Back is my favorite? Okay, let's generate our drum fills. I take it, Ariona, you a huge Star Wars fan? Let's generate our drum loops. Oh, first crash of the day. Here we go. Come on, computer. Oh, I got a question for chat. If you could be... I have not seen Rogue One yet. What'd you guys think? Is it worth seeing? I think the reason I didn't like the Star Wars was last year is it just felt like they were trying to do every cameo. It just didn't feel like a story. It felt like they had a checklist and they were just basically stealing from the previous three scripts and just like making sure that they had a cameo of every major Star Wars character. That's what it felt like. But I hear Rogue One is sort of a separate story, and so maybe it's a little more creative. But let me ask chat this: if you guys in chat could be, through the miracles of time, space, whatever, could become any Star Wars character from the original three movies, because I don't really know the other movies, who would you be? Which character would you be, and why? There's your question, chat. Which Star Wars character would you be, and why would you be that character? That's what I'm most interested in. Not who you would be, but why you would be. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if I can bring in these drum loops without crashing. There we go. Jumbo's beat. Here we go. Where is it? It's missing. Ah. There we go. There we go. Jumbo. You guys hear it raw from the generator. Sporty Spork says sand person, but why Sporty Spork? Why would you be a sand person? That's what I want to know is why. Why would you choose that character? What is it about them that makes you want to be them? So there we go, Carnivore. Carnivore is the perfect name for it. Carnivore wants to be Jabba the Hutt so I can eat, 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 eat. Okay, we're going to add a kick and a snare and a hi-hat there. And a hat there. I'm going to drop this kick a bunch. This kick slightly less. That snare a bunch. Let's have a snare there. And yeah, I better have a snare there. And okay, here's Jumbo's beat with some slight changes. Best Mommy says Darth Vader. I'd use my powers to self-control my third graders. Wouldn't that be awesome? Guys, in chat, can you imagine if your third grade teacher was Darth Vader? You know, it's like, Timmy, stop bothering Jane. Roar. And little Timmy is choking. And Azzazelynn would be the cute new round version of R2-D2. How you doing, Azzazelynn? And Azzazelynn, didn't you choose, wasn't it your suggestion yesterday for the metaphysical abstract venue to be the underground bunker? That's what people voted today. This show will be remembered as the Underground Bunker Show. Again, people were confused and thought I was going to do some fancy green screen thing. No, it's more just a fun way to remember the show. So thanks, Azzazelynn, for the suggestion. Ariona Squire says, I be Han Solo because I'm sure he has business connections to help pay off my student loans. I feel like some of those aggressive student loan companies are a bit like Jabba the Hutt, don't you think? Or Boba Fett? Is that what I'm thinking of? You know, the debt collectors, bounty hunters. Debt collectors are basically bounty hunters, aren't they? Okay, this is BigStarTuna's beat. Let's check it out raw. JJ Watkins says, my third grade teacher was Darth Vader. Okay, that's raw. Let's see. What are we going to do? Let's add a kick. This snare pattern is appearing a lot tonight, where it's on the 2nd and 4th 16th note, which is a cool syncopation. But also, if it's too loud, will make the rhythm hard to parse. We'll add one kick there. Okay, let's check this out. Big Star's beat. That's sweet. It's great. We got 2 funky beats from Jumbo and BigStarTuna. Thanks, guys. Let's check out these sounds. You've got Japanese shakuhachi flute from Death Killer. Celtic Harp from Brucos. Chetlo's Legato from Adorkable Pony. Caribbean Steel Drums from Confusion. We have Mystical Voice from Hugo the French. And lastly, Unlikely Brass. Hopefully you're still here, Ninja Fleas, but your sound, Unlikely Brass, here it is. Oh, that's huge. Nice. So those are our sounds. So let me get this poll ready. Okay. So I'll demo these sounds once more for you guys. Whoops. Whoops, that's not. You guys not supposed. I wasn't supposed to do that. Here we go. Shakuhachi Flute. Celtic Harp. Chetlo's Legato. Mystical Voice. Oops, I missed one. Steel Drums. Mystical Voice. Unlikely Brass. Okay, let's see. I think you guys have had enough time to vote. Oh, it's a tie. And Chad hates ties. We're going to let the Greeks decide, though. Let's see what they chose. Metis has decided it's going to be the Celtic Harp. Who requested Celtic Harp? Brucos did. So we are going to start this next one with the Celtic Harp. That's an interesting... It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to shape the nature of this track. Okay, here we go. You know that Rev Rose says, imagine if the kid streamed in real life, the chat would dictate his life. I'm sure that's already happened, but if it hasn't, I'm sure it will. where somebody's going to start streaming 24 hours a day, and every decision they make, they'll let chat decide. Someone will do it, I'm sure. Okay, well, it's time. It is time to etcetera, time to make some sounds come together. So as I'm playing, be thinking about titles. Think about venue titles. You can do tour titles. Lots of ways to exercise. Oh, I should not have pressed that button. That was very bad what I just did. Whoops. Can I backtrack? Ooh, I really blew it there. Hold on, guys. Now we gotta wait while I fix what I just broke. I hope I can fix what I just broke. I hope it is possible. I have to go into my... Where is that? I have to go to workflow number 116, which is an ID of 91. Okay, let's try that again. Much better. Okay, time to etcetera. Is anyone still here? I was pretty self-indulgent, wasn't I? I stretched it out to like 15 minutes. It got pretty dark, didn't it? I'm not sure how that happened, actually. Oh, wow. That was crazy. So that sort of crazy sound that we ended on, that was Unlikely Brass from Ninja Fleas. That was that wild sound, and I kicked in all this distortion and delay on it at the end. And then, I brought in the at the end too. Usually I don't really record new parts of the loop once towards the end, but I was adding the Caribbean steel drums on that as like this droning bass to counterpoint the Digadadoo. Nice, and we had great drum loops from Jumbo and Big Star. That was nice. Thanks to everyone for your requests. Totally, just man, it would have been such a different song with just a few. If you guys made a few different decisions in what you guys gave me, it would be so different. Okay, let's name it. Oh, thanks everybody. I don't know if any of you guys noticed. But at one point at the very end, I triggered a drum fill with my nose. Did you guys notice that? See, I have these foot pedals that I use for starting and ending loops, but it's been on my to-do list forever to do it so I can trigger drum fills from my pedals, but I haven't done that yet. So the only way I can trigger drum fills is from this little keyboard over here. And there's this moment I wanted a drum fill, but I had both hands occupied. I was doing the pitch bend and I was playing up here. So I went down with the nose and hit the drum fill. Okay, let's see what titles you guys came up with. Yeah, that might have been one of the darkest tracks I've ever done on Twitch. At the end, it was this slow burn, right? It started out pretty chill with those, with the harp. But with those other sounds, it just couldn't stay chill. I had to sort of, it just... Okay, let's see. Let me get some titles over here. The Leviathan from Death Killer. We've got... I'll show you guys. Remember, do not vote until I've brought all the suggestions and I have the begin voting button in chat. Ooh, this is depressing. The Illusion of Hope from Thuernman. Outer Realm Redux from Kiss the Goatee. War Sirens from Azzazelynn. And A Continental Corruption from Jenny Matrix. So those are your options. And don't vote yet. Okay, voting is open. Our options are the Leviathan, the Illusion of Hope, Outer Realm Redux, and War Sirens and a Continental Corruption. No spell. Tom says no spell. New meta. I think I'm often most inspired when it's a set of sounds that don't really seem like they should work together. Like that makes me really have to work hard. And I like that. Okay. I'll wait a moment for give you guys a little more time to vote. It looks like you guys have slowed down, so The Illusion of Hope. That was what we just heard was The Illusion of Hope. Track will be forever. Oh, good title suggestions, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, I'm not going to get that many songs tonight because every song I think I've been extending a bunch. Oh, I forgot to. I need to just do. Let's see. What did I do on that? I did some Digadadoo and Flute. That's right. Thuernman named it. Did I not say? Yeah, that came from Thuernman. Thank you, Thuernman, for that suggestion. Okay, let us carry on. So I'm going to do, I almost feel like I should end on that, but I don't know if we should end on something so dark. We'll do one more. So if you're new and you've never made a request, you still have probably a minute to make a request. And there's a very good chance that you will get in on the song. So easiest thing is to type !! drum loop. But if a lot of people are writing drum loop, you could also do a BPM request, a key request, a drum fill request. Almost always will get in on a drum fill request. And if you have time to jump on the website, you can check out a sound. Well, thanks, Thuernman. Okay, so prepping for the last song of the night. I think, yeah, this looks good. Looks like a good. Okay. I hope I got some pads. Oh, I did. Okay, good. So we're going to end on something slow. We've got 60 beats a minute from Jenny Matrix. C flat. Dom has requested the key of C flat, which, if I'm being honest, Dom, I'm going to be thinking B in my head, not C flat. Hope that's okay. We'll call it C flat. Those of you guys in chat, C flat and B are the same notes on the keyboard. And you might say, why does C flat exist then? Why not just always call it B? And especially in written music, depending on the key you're in, like it makes sense to call something C flat and not B because of the position of the note in the scale. Anyway, but for improvisational purposes, how would I have to, a C flat scale would be C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat. Okay. So it has, the C flat scale has a C flat and an F flat in it. And again, F flat is actually an E. It's the same. So it hurts my brain. But we are in the key of C flat. I was very careful when I coded the key request to allow C flats through and F flats because I knew there would be some people who would want me to play them. I don't think I've done double flats though, because someone could theoretically request D double flat, which would be C. Okay, we've got drum loops from JJ Watkins and Darksuin. So we will look. We got a full set of drum fills. So another show. We filled up every slot. Thank you guys. It's awesome. So we're gonna let's see. Let's load up our sounds. Okay, let's see. We have the heavy kit from BigStarTuna. There we go. Huge. That's a huge sound. Okay, that's our kit. Let's just check one thing over here. Now that we have our kit, we can initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills, generate our drum loops. And we have, so this is going to be a slow beat, JJ Watkins. Let's check it out raw from the generator. Nice. So we're going to add a kick here. And let's add a kick there. We're not going to worry about snares on 2 and 4 at all. This song is so slow. And we're going to ghost our snares a bunch. I wanted more about the kicks. More about the kicks. So this is J.J. Watkins' beat. Let's check it out now. Nice. That'll be cool. Hey, Fabulous Life Productions. It's been a while. Like, it's been about a month or so. Yeah, we've had some growth here. In large part to some raids by a couple streams. They raided me and it was like gave me a major adrenaline shot for the show. Okay, let's check out Dark Shuan's beat. Nice. So we are going to drop these hats a bit. Let's drop both these snares a bunch, and then drop that snare a bunch. That snare just a little. Let's in this case, let's have a snare on 4. And 1 kick here. And that'll be good. Let's check it out. Dark Shuan's beat. Nice. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Dark Shuan. Dark Xuan. I'm not sure how to say it. Let's see. So we've got our beats. AWTF is juice. Let's check out our sounds. We got London bass. This is from Best Mommy. Oh, listen to that little crinkly. And then we got Japanese shakuhachi flute. Hey, wasn't that already requested? Was that? I need to double check something. Hold on. Yeah, thanks, Ariana. If you have a specific way you want me to say your name, but I will say that it has to be such that people in chat will know who I'm talking about. So if your username is Rob and you want me to call you Dave, I will not do that because that will be too confusing. But if your username is Rob46X and you'd rather me just call you Rob, that is okay. Okay, and then we have oboe solo staccato. So that's our oboe with a ton of delay on it. We got twangy strumming from Chartreuse Joker. Hey, Chartreuse. Whoops. Okay. always have to remind myself how those sounds are set up. We have Fairy X LFO from Hugo the French. I'm hoping this is a... Let's see. These set of sounds, you know, we have a major key, but it's I think it might end up pretty dark again. It's not the happiest set of sounds. Now we got Sin Octave Lead from Ariona. But that sounds happy. So this will be interesting. We have mostly, I mean, the bass sound and the pad sound are, yeah, we got options. We got a lot of options actually. Hey Matt. Oh good. So Dark Zune. It's Dark Zune. Thank you for that clarification. So I'm gonna bring up the list. Gonna bring up our list for you guys to vote. And let me just... So vote is open. Technically, Fabulous Life, it is in C flat major. Oh, and I should say, I just received a kind donation from Ken Fusion. Thank you so much, Ken Fusion. Thanks for the support. Thank you. Okay, let's demo these sounds quick once more. You could choose one of the drum loops or London bass. Japanese shakuhachi flute. Twangy strumming. Fairy X LFO. Or Sin Octave Lead from Ariona Esquire. Hey, Nevermore. Oh, that is sad, Matt. That's sad to hear. Okay, I'll wait a little longer. So anyone just joining, I'm the Etcetera kid, and what I do on the show is I improvise music from scratch. Well, from scratch in the sense that I don't have any sheet music in front of me. I don't have a bunch of songs written that I'm going to do. What I have is you guys, and you guys give me the basic musical ingredients. And so Chad has chosen the BPM for this song. It's going to be 60. That's very slow. We're going to end on a very slow one. We're in the key of C flat as requested by Dom. We've generated drum loops from JJ Watkins and Dark Zune's usernames. And right now we're choosing which of the sounds that chat requested I'm going to start the improvisation with. And this is a very important decision because if you choose one sound, it's going to influence every decision I make subsequently versus another sound, which will involve a different set of decisions. So this is a critical part of the process. No, I do not rap. I'm sorry. Not in my skill set. I scat, but I do not rap. Okay, let's see. London bass. You guys have chosen London bass. Matt, are you heading back to Czechoslovakia for Christmas? Okay, let's do it. Last song of the night. So be suggesting titles. I hope you guys will give me some more venue suggestions. Fun venue, abstract venue names. And we'll vote on those before tomorrow's show. Tour suggestions, but yes, I'll be here 5 days a week. I'm here tomorrow and then every Monday through Friday next week, 8 p.m. Eastern. But hopefully you'll stick through the song because we'll choose the name of it. We will, what else will we do? We'll look back at our show. We'll give it a shout out to all the requesters. And then we'll do a raid. So hopefully you guys will stick to the end. Okay, let's see. Okay, it is time. Let's do it. Last song hype. Here we go. time, waiting on us to say I can all rise to mine, waiting on a love time, waiting on a love night. Time. That was a nice way to end the show, I think. Pretty mellow. Thanks to Jenny Matrix for that BPM request, 60 beats a minute. Think about how different a song it would be if it would have been 120, twice as fast. I'd had to come up with something totally different than that. Lovely sounds, lovely drum loops from JJ Watkins and Dark Zune. New friends today, right? Yeah, I think these are your first requests, first show. Thanks, guys. Glad you all enjoyed that. Thank you. So we're gonna name that song. And as always, wait to vote until I tell you voting is open. Let's see. There's so many good ones. Let's see. We've got Ethereal Experience from Nevermore. We have The Big Blue from Hugo the French. From Darkness to Light from Jenny Matrix. Oh, this is an interesting one. Life After a Roar from Kiss the Goatee. And we'll do one more. Let's see. A Night in the Vale from Ariana Esquire. Cool. So let me, how do I do this? Oh yes. Do not vote yet. Okay, those are your options. Hi, Custom PC Gamer. I do not do any covers at all. Everything I do on the show is original improvisation that grows out of things that chat requests. So let's see what you guys choose. A lot of good suggestions there. Hi, Nathan. Fortunately, you're catching the very end of the show. I'll wait a moment more. Still some votes coming in. Okay, we're ending voting. We have A Night in the Vale, chosen by Ariona Esquire. Thank you, Ariona. I think we had about, I had to choose between about 25 different titles there. So that song we forever remembered as A Night in the Vale. So let's look at our show. Let's look at this show. Here we go. Let's see. So let's see. We have There's No Cows in Space, Journey of a Clockwork Vaudeville. We did that. New Shoe Feel, The Illusion of Hope, A Night in the Vale. Look at that. I really did long songs tonight, didn't I? We had a 15-minute, almost everything was over 10 minutes. So we featured requests from, let's see if I can do it in one breath. Okay, here we go. We featured requests from Jumbo, Adorkable Pony, Agnate, Apugs, Ariona Squire, Artomes, Azzazelynn, Best Mommy, BigStarTuna, Bro, Brucos, Calamity Vane, Carlito, Chartreuse Joker, Coffee Traveler, Dark Zune, Death Killer, Durku, Domdu, Dorf, FL Maestro, Fractured Encoding, Hat Machine, Hugo the French, Jenny Matrix, JJ Watkins, Ken Fusing, Chick. I couldn't do it. Kid Charlemagne, Kimo Zabi, Kissagoti, Casilton, Mana Played, Nifty Guy, Ninja Fleas, SJ Cantry, Thuernman, and Elite. Thank you, guys. Thank you. These songs would not have existed the way they did were it not for the choices you guys made. You guys, yeah, this show I feel like we did was pretty different. It's definitely, there were some of these tracks I felt very different than some of what I've been doing recently. Improvisation, I don't know what it is. Just good requests from you guys. Really made me work. So we are going to we're gonna go raid somebody. Let me just get that real quick. Let's see who we're gonna raid. But I will be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, this is gonna be good. We're gonna raid. This is gonna be good. You guys are in for a treat if you've never seen this before. Let me get this. This is definitely a Twitch streamer that inspired. There were a couple Twitch streamers that really inspired me when I was sort of researching and thinking about doing this, and this guy is one of them. I'm gonna paste in the links in just a moment, but let me first paste in. I will paste in our. Oh, Ariona, the voting for the venue happens just before tomorrow's show. It doesn't happen now. So I'm going to paste in our raid call. So you can copy that. And in a moment, after I say goodbye to you guys, I'm going to paste in a link to go to this channel. And be sure to click on the link. Let me just make sure before I do that. Let me make sure he's actually playing. Because sometimes I've shared stuff and the channel was just going. I don't know if he's. Yeah, it says he's playing. Okay. Okay, so stretching it out. It was the fourth show of the week. You guys were all stars today. Thank you. Thank you for being so fun. Whatever you're about to do, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, night. If you're on this planet or on another planet, if you're about to work or have fun or sleep, I hope it goes amazingly. Thank you for being with me, for being a part of chat, for all your requests, for your awesomeness, all your awesomeness. Thank you, and I hope to see you guys again. If not tomorrow, then sometime next week. And yeah, have a good night. And when we do this raid, let's send this guy some just Etcetera love, good vibes. This is is an inspiring Twitch streamer. Hopefully he'll start playing a song in a moment, but I'm going to paste it in. But thank you everybody. I will see y'all soon. Take care.